Hey guys, this is Zell from the Fortress One project. Fortress One is a Quake World Team Fortress package for Windows and Linux. And today we're going to have a look at bunny hopping and movement more generally. So, walking around, we can see that the player has a speed of around 240. Well, that's the theoretical max speed when walking along the ground. Now, we want to go faster than that. Basically, if you walk around at this speed, you're going to get killed real quick. So let's just begin by looking at jumping. Now we can jump on the spot. You can see my keys here. I'm not pressing anything but jump. But one interesting quirk of Quake World and Team Fortress is that while you're bunny hopping, your ground friction will be 0. So what I mean by that, if I start with a little bit of speed and jump, I can now release the forward button. You can see I'm only pressing jump and I'm not losing any of that speed. So as long as I'm holding jump when I hit the ground, I will retain that speed. The one caveat is, of course, that you need to release jump in the air and press it again. So you can see at the apex of each jump, I'm releasing it and then pressing it again. And you can see here I'm maintaining 240. I'm not gaining speed, but I am maintaining my speed. So that's the first thing. Now, the next thing to be aware of is that we can actually increase our speed just by looking left and right. So here I'll walk forward and you can see the speed is 240. But if I look left and right, you can see that speed does increase. And I think there is sort of especially if it's a nice smooth movement, and just by doing this, I think it's possible to get your speed up to around 300. Yeah, you can see there I just hit 300 now. Just depending on the speed you go, there you go. Of course, the ground friction is constantly competing against that speed up, and you're not really going faster because, well, you're walking around in circles. So the concept of bunny hopping is basically to combine these two ideas to gain speed. So how do we do that? Well, like before, we press forward and we jump. And you'll want to practice this. This is, it takes a little bit of practice to just be able to maintain your speed without falling. Now, we can, of course, look as well, left and right. The problem is, while bunny hopping, this doesn't affect your motion at all. So while I'm looking around, you can see that I'm just going in the same direction. Doesn't matter which way I look, at 240 units until I hit a wall. So how do we gain speed and how do we control the player in the air? Well, we do that with the strafe keys. So by pressing left or right, we can do that. Now, just pressing the strafe keys won't do much. You can see sort of just a little bit of movement there, but not much. So what we need to do is combine the strafe key with looking in the direction that you want to move. So if you want to strafe left, you also look to the left. So something like this. And so we can combine those. Well, let's just start by hopping in one direction. So here we'll only hop to our right. Okay. And as you can see, we're gaining quite a lot of speed. We're already at 500. And there is really no theoretical bound to that. And likewise, of course, we can go left. Well, didn't quite have enough speed to clear that. All right. But where it really becomes magical is when you combine the left and right. So let's take a look at how that looks. And as you can see, we're already doubling and soon to be tripling our typical speed as we walk. I think 240 is the speed that the soldier walks at, and I'm already at 800. Let's see if we can crack 1,000. There you go. So, as you can see, you can really move in this game once you... And look, it takes a bit of practice, so keep trying. If you're not finding it, you can get it straight away. And of course, you can combine your bunny hops with other things. So you could start with a rocket and get a nice 600 unit start. And there's no reason you can't do rockets while moving. We can grenade jump. Look at that, we got 1,000 to begin with. So that's an intro to bunny hopping. There is more you can do, so it's a little bit advanced. You can start to combine some of the other direction buttons. For example, if I wanted to hop in a circle, we could do that. So you can completely control which direction you're looking as well while you're moving, but it does get very complicated very quickly. But for all intents and purposes, to be able to hop around as I am now, looking right, strafing right, or looking left and strafing left, if you can do that, you are well on your way to becoming a pro. So thanks for watching. Check out Fortress One at www.fortress1.org, and I hope to see you in the game. Thanks a lot.